Hello everyone, all you YouTubers and gun enthusiasts and DIY people even. Hopefully I can convert a few of you that aren't gun owners to become gun owners. Today I'm going to do a trigger kit on my Smith & Wesson SD40VE. I'd like to talk about this gun first before I get into the kit part. Now, as far as doing the kit, it's from a company called Apex Tactical, and one of the main problems with this pistol, this SD40VE, is that the trigger pull is very long. Now, I've already safety checked this gun, but I'll go ahead and I'll show you guys. Let's drop the mag, completely empty, and we'll rack it back, check, see how there's nothing in the chamber. So, one of the main problems with this format of this gun is that the trigger pull is very long, and I'll show you. I'm still pulling on it. See, that's really long and gritty. And I'll do it again. And the travel is a great deal on it. But other than that, this is a very good little gun. It will actually hold 14 plus 1 40 caliber, plenty of stopping power. Smith & Wesson, this is not one. I mean, this is not a very expensive gun. This is a good gun for a beginner, someone who's just getting into guns. At least that's what I believe, because I've shot probably 4 or 5 of these, and they all are nail drivers. They work really well. I've not seen one that's had problems. Now, I've heard of other people having issues with them, but me personally, I have not. Smith & Wesson, they really put the money into where it counted on this gun, and that's what I really do appreciate. Some of the things they could have done a little bit better on, of course, but you know, because this gun is a budget gun, it's under $400. You can find it most places around $399 right now. It's July 2013, so you know the gun craze is still kind of going, you know, but you can mostly find it for $399. If you're lucky, you might even be able to find one for $349. Now, this is new. On the used market, it can depend. It depends on where you shop. Like we've discussed before, pawn shops, sometimes not so fair. Gun shops even, a lot of times not so fair. But the fact of the matter is, this gun is meant to be about a $350, $400 gun, new. You might be able to find it used cheaper than that. But I find that it's extremely accurate, that where I point it, it will shoot. Now, 40s are very snappy, so that's something that a beginner would have to get used to. I mean, you can start out with a 40, but I'd recommend a 9 in this, just because the 40 is so darn snappy. But it racks well, and the slide is really nice. It's stainless, and the frame feels really good. And I've got some decent sized mitts here, and it has this nice little pad here to put your finger, so you're not like me just a minute ago being an idiot having it in here. You don't want to put your finger in there unless you are ready to fire it. Unless you're ready to make something stop with what you're doing, don't put your finger in here. Put it out here. That's just a safety thing. And having it racked back and all that stuff is important, but I just like the way this gun racks. I mean, it feels good. And if you look, the barrel's made out of good material. It just does not feel like a cheap gun. But one thing I noticed right off the bat was the sights. While they're nice, they stick up, and you can adjust them, and for not elevation, you can adjust them for windage. But the problem with them is that they're just white dots painted on. I mean, the front one is slight. It looks like it might be like a real sight, but these back two are just painted directly on, which is not a big deal, because a lot of guns just use this middle part here and go through there to the front side. But it has a really nice safety. It's not an ambidextrous safety, but it can be switched if you wish. What I like about this gun is that, for me, it's sort of tactical already in a way. I mean, it fits my hand so well. See the way that I can grip this thing? Now, I can drop the mag like that. Of course, I just dropped it all over the floor like an idiot. But point is, if I'm a little bit quicker about it, I can catch them. and that makes reloading and doing that very easy. And of course, racking it back like that. That's kind of the range condition. Okay, so I've blabbed enough about it. I've put about 200 rounds through this gun, and it still looks brand new. I did not have one failure to feed. I used cheap ball ammunition, nothing more, and it totally worked. So the Smith & Wesson SD40VE, or I like to call mine the SW40VE. It just makes things a little more simple. Gets my vote, and it's just a really good gun. And the last thing I'll say on it is this is, well, actually I'll say two more things on it. This has been referred to as the poor man's Glock, because Smith & Wesson actually, from my understanding, almost got sued, or was some litigation was brought against them about this gun because it's so close to a Glock in a lot of its operations. Now, before you Glock guys go crazy, I'm not saying this is a Glock or that it's going to be better than a Glock, but what they did is they took the Glock platform and they tried to make a gun off of that, and it's a really nice gun, and it really does show. It's got serrations for sights up front. Now, if a lot of you remember the old Sigma series pistols and all that stuff, they didn't have these, and I still don't understand why they didn't. But this is a lot better than the Sigma. This is a much better gun, trust me. The other thing I like about it is, of course, it's kind of stylish, kind of cool looking, you know, in a way. I like, you know, the serrations on the slide. I think it's a nice touch, and plus it gives you something to grab onto as well. So, without further ado, I'm going to begin the trigger job on this. Now, I've never done one of these before, so I'm going to have to watch the video while I do it. So what I may end up doing is some sort of time-lapse thing where it does it really quickly. But I do want to show the trigger kit going in, and I'm sure I'll make tons of mistakes along the way. But what we want to try to do is get rid of, basically, this whole situation. The grittiness and just how heavy it is. It's just a real pain to pull. If you sit there and you did that, I mean, after I did it after 50 rounds, my hand was actually starting to get kind of tired. But anyway, great gun, and it's a great gun for beginners. And like I said, it's not that bad. And like I said, Smith & Wesson, they really do, on this gun, they're trying to save you some money and give you the most quality gun they can. Yeah, it doesn't come with a really nice case or anything. I mean, it comes in a box, you know. I mean, if you're expecting a nice case, you might as well forget about it. It comes in a damn box. Comes with another clip, magazine, excuse me. Comes with another magazine. So, it's a very nice gun, and I really believe strongly in the format, and I can't wait to see what it's going to be like once I get done with the trigger job on it. So thank you guys very much for listening. I really do appreciate it. Have a good day.